And we're back. And this is the DJI Osmo Pocket. So here we have it, the DJI Osmo Pocket. I've been looking at all the reviews, checking out all those videos, hearing everybody's opinion. I made an opinion of my own. This is basically a B-roll camera. This is a camera that I'm gonna use for those unique situations where a cell phone is not good to use, where a big camera is not good to use. This fits right in your hand. No one is gonna know what it is, and you're gonna be able to film in places that you probably would never try to film before. But I gotta put this to the test. So without no further ado, let's get inside this DJI Osmo Pocket.
Born blazing sword!
Get straight into this. 350 bucks. This is what we got. Straight into the Osmo Pocket, and here we have it. This is a small little gimbal. So everything is in this little case. So you have a little lanyard, so just in case you want to put this around your wrist. So here you have USB to Type-C cable. This is to charge up your device. And from what it looks here, you have a Type-C adapter for your Android devices, and you have your Lightning adapter right here. So it's been a couple of weeks now using the Osmo Pocket to shoot a lot of B-roll, to film in places where cameras are not allowed. And it's been a really good experience. You guys let me know in the comments section if you want to see a video on how to win money in the casino. I've been using this for my B-roll because I know this is exactly for what I need it for. The same micro SD card that you use for your phone, this is the same thing you're going to use for your Osmo Pocket to push it in for it to jump out. You got the DJI logo right here on the back. Nice smooth plastic finish, but kind of rough, so you do got some grip. It's not going to slide out your hand. And here's the camera itself. We're going to turn this on in a second. This is your record button, and this is your power button. But this is also your multi-function button. So you turn it on, bang, just like that. Double tap recenters it. Triple tap turns it around. And also, if you want it to be recentered, double tap for the front as well. Now, if you just hold down on it, it's going to shut off and it's going to go into position so you can slide it straight into its case with no issues at all. While having the case on, you're going to see some instructions here. You got the DJI logo. You have this strap that locks it into place, which is really good. You still have access to your memory card slot, and you still have access to your Type-C for charging. Very impressive setup they have here. They was thinking of ease and convenience, and they nailed it. Here's your slot where you can keep your Type-C connector in case you want to attach your phone. In my opinion, if you do want to use your phone as the layout, it really doesn't make too much sense, but you can do this. But it defeats the purpose. The main convenience that you want is to use this alone, right in your hand. You can have full control, easy to press this button, than using basically two hands to hold your phone and hold this. The one-handed use is taken away once you use it with the phone. The filming with this camera is absolutely awesome. First of all, the gimbal is stay steady. So it has face lock. It locks onto your face, and once it locks onto your face, it doesn't lose connection with your face. But as long as there's nothing interfering between you and the camera, it'll stay locked on your face. It might be a little bit slow, but it really tries to compensate by moving fast. So I'm really impressed with this camera, with the way it performs, and you can see right here how it's performing. It's really staying steady, and if it gets your face and it locks into your face, you could recenter it, no face detected, and then it'll lock onto your face. But if you have too much light or too little light, it won't find your face. So those are the things you need to look out for. But I gotta say, this Osmo gimbal is exactly what I was looking for, because I don't want to attach my phone to anything. I don't want to attach my camera to anything. I just want to have a pocketable type of device that I can whip out at any time and film. First of all, right now, in a place, in a mall or in a store, and you want to film something, and you pull out your dedicated camera and you start filming, immediately you're gonna have the security guards, you're gonna have workers stopping you from recording. So that kills the whole vibe right there. If you whip out your phone, you may have a couple of seconds to film and do what you need to do with your phone, but you still may run into that same situation. This is so small and pocketable, people for right now are not gonna know that you're filming. And that's the thing that I like the most about this little camera right here. How is the resolution? First of all, everyone talks about 4K, they're filming this in 4K, how does it perform in 4K? It performs like a phone. This is basically a phone type camera in your pocket. To me, phones doesn't shoot in real 4K. They may have a 4K option, even 4K 60, which may look good in certain situations, but most of the time you have these warping issues and stuff like that when you use your phone in 4K. But with this, I gotta say it's a little bit better. It's a dedicated camera, but I don't shoot in 4K. I shoot in 1080p 60. 1080p is easy to handle when it comes to how much data is being used. When you put it into your machine for editing, when you have it saved as storage, it's easier to manage 1080p than 4K. To me, 4K just grabs too much data, and to me the 4K is just not as good as a dedicated camera. And I tend to shoot all my videos in 1080p 60. I think 1080p 60 done right can honestly look just as good as 4K. The reason why this review is coming a little late, I did not want to force myself to go out there and start filming with this camera if I really didn't have a reason to. I wanted to see how this camera can work into my workflow, and I gotta say, it definitely can. Like, I do true wireless earbud reviews. Those are the majority of my reviews. So I'm really shooting myself wearing and doing some B-roll of these true wireless earbuds. I gotta say, this is a companion to your regular camera. Whether you're a vlogger or whether you're a person like me that's filming these little true wireless earbuds, this is a companion to your other cameras. This is not a replacement to anything. If you're looking to vlog with this, the microphones on this. Ah! Oh. One more. Yo, I'm on break time. So I was just about to say I'm gonna lose my money. Woo! It's still tinny. It still sounds very similar to using a microphone from your phone. Okay, you're using it for B-roll. So in other words, sound is not important. But if you're shooting, this is not gonna take the really close micro shots. It is not the lens for that. But you can get close enough, and this screen does help you film. As small as it is probably in bright sunlight, you're gonna have some issues. But as long as you're in a well-lit environment that's not too overblown, you're gonna see this screen with no problems at all. Now the issue is when you're vlogging now, it may lose focus and you may have to look at the screen, and I tend to look at the screen a lot from all the different shots that I've been taking. I look at the screen a lot because what happens is the follow me feature can be interfered with by anything. Too much lighting, too much darkness, or something blocked you, it loses you instantly. So the follow me feature, as good as it is, once it runs into some interference, this camera is not smart enough to find you back. And that's one of the problems I have with this Osmo Pocket, that it's just not smart enough to find you back and refocus on your face. You have to manually do it by double pressing for it to recenter and really making it clock your face. That follow me feature is a great feature that I've used over and over again to follow me, where I'm sure a lot of you guys thought I actually had a camera person. I didn't. It was the Osmo Pocket following me around. It was pretty good. It was pretty mechanical, but yet it told the story. I mean, you're taking a B-roll shot, but you only need about 5 seconds of that shot. So why focus so hard on 5 seconds of the video? Just get your shot, and in post, you put all your shots together and you figure out which ones are the best shot to use in your B-roll. Pretty much with that, would I recommend anyone who's filming to get this Osmo Pocket? If this is gonna be your secondary camera, get it. As a secondary camera for specific uses, I would say definitely get this. If you're a person and you want to start off vlogging and you use your phone and you want this as your secondary or to take over for your phone or your regular camera, this is probably going to disappoint you. And for the price, I would say add a little bit more money to it and get yourself a Canon, because Canon autofocus is on point. The Canon microphone, you can always add a hot shoe and add your own microphone to improve that experience. This experience right here is so limited, and it's very similar to what you already have, which is your cell phone. Until this camera will become your secondary camera, that's the only way that I recommend this. This is a secondary camera to your main camera, whether it's a mirrorless or DSLR. This is an assistant to those cameras. This shouldn't be your main camera, and this shouldn't be a secondary camera to your cell phone. Get yourself a real camera, then you can look to get an Osmo Pocket. But other than that, I recommend this as a secondary camera. Definitely, this Osmo Pocket is worth the buy. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Huh? They recording us.